Welcome back to the Motor Racing channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the very recognisable Suzuka circuit for round 18 of the Formula 1 season here on F1 2020. Looking forward to seeing how this one goes. We've got 16 drivers out on the track right now. 2 drivers have already crashed out of this qualifying session, those being Unorthodox and GDBO. Unorthodox having set a time good enough for 10th place before his demise in this session. GDBO unfortunately not doing a lap before he managed to crash himself out of the session, so that's unfortunate there for GDBO, but it's just Jose currently setting the pace here in this qualifying session. Let's see what tyres he's on. Always quite worthy to know what tyres just Jose's running on, because he does like to do a stint on the mediums in qualifying and try and set his fastest lap on those yellow marked tyres. He is currently running on those mediums. Let's see what he's done his fastest lap time on though. Has he done his fastest lap on the mediums? That is the question. Yes, it looks like he does. So he's done 3 laps on his medium tyres so far. Just Jose, your man at the top of the leaderboard, 4/10 of a second clear of Green Pies. Green Pies was the championship lead, but only a slender lead now after last week's dramatic Russian Grand Prix. We saw just Jose taking the points back. Green Pies in the end managed to claw him back up to second, claw himself back up to second place after being at the back of the field in the early stages. So he did absolute bits last week, did Green Pies, to minimise that championship point swing in favour of just Jose. But Green Pies leads this championship, but not by very much at all. It is very, very close at the top of this order. MeltedDazzer might have played himself out of contention for the title last week. Obviously he's still win with a shout mathematically, but in terms of realistically, it might be a little bit of a tall order for Matt to come home and win this championship. He's a long way behind at this point, currently coming into this round 18 here with 5 rounds left to go. It's Green Pies leading the championship on 294 points from just Jose on 280. 14 points separating these two at the top. They have been nip and tuck the whole way through, because Jose currently sat on pole position on the medium tyres, so he is really getting it down in the early stages here tonight at Suzuka. But Green Pies knows he just needs to keep getting the results and keep bringing it in behind just Jose, and that will continue to keep him in the championship taking position. But not for long though. If just Jose were to win all the final races, then the Green Pies would lose it. So Green Pies need to keep on his A game, that is for sure. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in this session. Green Pies leads, as we said, on 294 from just Jose on 280. And it's MeltedDazzer in third on 241 points. He's 53 points behind. As we see there, it looks like Green Pies has come together there. Is that his teammate, Penguin Dude? Or is that... my goodness, the 2 McLarens there having a big ding-dong coming under out of Degner 2 under the bridge. That's the part where the crossover section goes. You got that long straight coming up towards 130R, crosses over the track, and that is definitely not what the 2 McLaren guys would have wanted. I'm sure that Zach Brown's going to be having a few words with them about that one. But they're off and on their way once again. That might have stopped Green Pies from being able to take pole position off of just Jose though. Just Jose looks like he's going to be putting this one on the top spot with the medium tyres once again. Loves to do a pole position time on the medium tyres. Just Jose, has he managed to do it once again? As we see the 2 McLarens having a little bit of a getting very familiar with each other by the looks of it. I'm not quite sure what they're playing at, but MeltedDazzer currently sat in third at the moment in this qualifying session. He's half a second behind just Jose in this current classification. Brown McClue sat in fourth on a 128.2. Then you got Rednass in 5th, 1.3 seconds off of just Jose. Just Jose, Green Pies, MeltedDazzer all in a class of their own at the moment. Joram in 6th, 128.5 from him. Gary 7th in the other racing point. MeltedDazer's teammate, you got Game for Life sat in 8th. Here, Evans 9th. Dan obviously crashed out of the session in the early stages. He will line up 10th at best. There's Jaffa Cake there in 11th at the moment, just coming up towards 130R. Let's ride on board with him and see what he can do here in the final few corners of this lap. He's got a Ferrari just up ahead of him, which is either Rednass or Evans. It is Evans. But Jaffa Cake here coming out the last corner. It looks like he's backed off, whereas Evans is coming up towards the line. And Evans can't improve, stays P9. Jaffa Cake into the pits, presumably not on an improvement. That might be that for his qualifying session. So just Jose, still your man with the plan. Green Pies in the pits, that's pretty much ruled him out of a chance to take pole position here in this qualifying session. I think just Jose is more than likely going to be the main man here in the qualifying session, but we know that the race is always where Green Pies seems to excel. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not Green Pies has got any any answer to Just Jose once the lights go out and we are green. Just Jose looks like he's going to cross the line with just in the nick of time here. He's 5 seconds on the clock, but he is going to get over the line just in time to start another lap. So he's timed that beautifully there. And 2 minutes 58 on the clock now. We are into the final lap being completed. So after that, we will go straight through to the race. Just Jose looks like he's going to do a little victory lap, or rather a pole position victory lap. Here, can he rub salt in the wounds and extend his margin? Running on the medium tyres, no less. He loves doing this, and he always seems to get the best out of them. He's an unbelievable driver. It's Just Jose, one of the best here at Motive, and he seems to just wring the neck of that AlphaTauri every single time in the qualifying session, getting those medium tyres to times that they just have no right getting. But at the moment, he's put a set of softs on. Let's see if he can go even quicker on those softs and really show off his potential here. Green Pies, Matahimovic, Brown McClue's, Evans, Rednass, Gelram, all sat in the pits. Gary's out there on a lap at the moment. Let's see what Gary can do as he comes in towards the final chicane now. Nice and tidy through there. Has he got anything up his sleeve? Can he put himself maybe in the top 4, possibly on the front 2 rows ahead of Brown McClue's? He comes up towards the line now. And no, he can't. It's not an improvement there for Gary. No changes to the order. Keegs is coming into the pits by the looks of it. No, he's not actually. He's out there on a lap. Here he comes. It doesn't look like it's an improvement there for Keegs. What did Just Jose do in the background there? See what Just Jose managed to pluck up. Did he go even faster and extend that pole position margin? Let's wait for the timing board to pop up and see. Oh my goodness, look at that. Just Jose has blitzed everybody at 126.1, 1.3 seconds clear of Green Pies. Just Jose is a man on a mission. He wants to overhaul Green Pies and get that spot in the championship, and he's going the right way about it at the moment. 20 seconds left to go here until we go into the race. Let us know in the comments, guys, who you reckon is going to take this one. Who's your favourite? Who's your money on? Let us know, and also drop a like on the video, subscribe to the Motive channel if you like what you see. If you're watching us for the first time, go to motiveracing.com and join any of our leagues on F1 2020, Project Cars 2 or Assetto Corsa Competizione. Welcome to the commentary box, mate.
Hello.
Good to have you alongside me tonight. We're just on the formation lap, so we've got time to get ourselves prepared for tonight's Japanese Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. DJPhil and Keegs already disqualified from the formation lap.
Oh.
So they've obviously been naughty boys there in the start of the formation lap, but Just Jose leading us around, did a phenomenal lap on the medium tyres to start off with, and then put the softs on at the end and went a second faster than everybody else. So he's definitely on another level tonight. Yeah, he really is, and he wants to make sure that he can get that championship off of Green Pies. The gap at the top, currently 14 points. So yeah, he's going to be really on it tonight. It's Just Jose hoping to to make up that points deficit. And Green Pie's picking up a few penalties in the qualifying session. A 5-place grid penalty dropped him down to P7. It's not going to be easy for him.
No, definitely not. But now, if we know any of the drivers that we have here on the grid, then we know that none of them will be giving up so easily, regardless of what kind of penalties they gain.
Absolutely, yeah. They're just going to be pushing and pushing and pushing, and pretty much blind to anything that's going to be, all the penalties. They're just going to push their way through it and try and overcome it the best way they can. But MeltedDazzer lining up in second place, will be alongside just Jose on the front row as a result of Green Pie's penalty. Evans, Gary, Keegs and DJ Phil all disqualified from that formation. But it's hard to look past just Jose, honestly, for this one. I can't see anybody managing to beat our man on pole position tonight. He just blitzed it in the qualifying. It's going to take some kind of horror show here from just Jose, I think, for him not to take this win. I know Green Pie's is going to be on it, but it's going to be a very, very difficult evening for the rest of the drivers out on track tonight. Yeah,
definitely. But this track, it's not exactly the easiest. It's definitely a fast-paced track compared to a lot of the tracks on the calendar. It's those S's that are going to catch a lot of people out at the start, with being all crumpled up, and then one big group. It's definitely going to catch a lot of people out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the spanner in the works for a lot of the drivers here, as we are now lining up on the grid here for round 18 of Motive Racing's Formula 1 League here at the Japanese Grand Prix. And when these lights go out, we will be racing. We will be underway for the Japanese Grand Prix in a few moments' time. Here we go. The lights are on now. We're about to go racing here at Suzuka.
And we are
And it is lights out and away we go. Good start there from pole position from just Jose. MeltedDazzer likewise looking to the inside. Looks like Brown McClue's got a little bit of a poor run, and he's got two drivers sticking to the outside. Looks like Joram trying to go around him. He's got that move done as Joram, and Green Pies is up into fifth place already here, making a couple of positions off the line. We've got Rednass there in sixth. Evans is at the end of the spin. Oh, yes, sideways. Yeah, it looked like he had, was that Jaffa Cake that ran into him? No, it wasn't. It was Game for Life. Yeah. Game for Life ran into him. There's a big incident at the start. We've got a safety car already here. Game for Life and Orthodox, Rednass, all involved in that one. They'll be able to bring it into the pits without too many repercussions.
Safety car.
A safety car is going to save their blushes. They'll be able to come in without too many repercussions on that one. But that's Rednass, Game for Life and an Orthodox all running into problems. I believe Festic, our new driver to the league, also got caught up in something as well. Gary there. Didn't get the best of runs coming through the first few turns, but a safety car already here in Suzuka. Just Jose maintains the lead out of MeltedDazzer, Joram, Brown McClue's top four. Green Pies made a couple of positions off the line up into fifth place. Evans fifth in sixth. Penguin Dude, Jaffa Cake, Keegs, DJ Full your top 10. GDBO not having a good night tonight. 11th place in the 11th place at the moment. Festic, Gary, Rednass, Game for Life and Unorthodox. That is your classification so far. But I think that was all stemmed from Evans' little double take there coming out of turn two.
Yeah.
Turn one even, I suppose. It's kind of one turn, isn't it? That turn one. But
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, it's all kind of blends into one. But it all came from that little mistake there from Evans. Set up a chain reaction and everybody ended up on the grass. But we're coming around to complete the first lap of the race. Safety car will pick him up. Just Jose is coming into the pits, making most of this opportunity. Is he going to stick a set of mediums on? I can't imagine he's going to try and get the hards to the end from here.
He is going on to...
He is putting the hards on. Wow. That's
a very gutsy move.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's going to pay off for him, because he will have to... Surely he's going to have to come in again before the end of this race. He's not going to be able to do 25 laps on the hard tyres, I don't think. I'd imagine he'll probably put the softs on at the end. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, if he probably gets to lap, I'll say we're probably about lap 19, lap 20, maybe change the softs and just do the outrun sprint from there.
Yeah, I think maybe that might be the way to do it. But
yeah,
I would have thought he could have put the mediums on if he was going to go that sort of strategy. But hey, it's it's quite a he's really is putting it on the line there. It's just Jose. MeltedDazzer also came into the pits. Evans, Rednass, Gary, Game for Life, all these guys did come in to repair that damage that we saw coming through the first couple of turns. Jaffa Cake leads this race, currently ahead of Joram. He's opted to stay out on the track and not come into the pits, and he is currently showing them around. In fact, hold on, that might be a timing error actually. I think that
Yeah,
is
because Jaffa Cakes is on the just come out the S's there, and the safety car is all the way towards the hairpin.
Yeah, the gel ram's the race leader. There's some kind of issue there with the timing board. So
this is something you never see, is a Williams in the lead.
Yeah, you might see a Williams driver in the lead, but not in a Williams. That'll be George Russell in a Mercedes. But
that's true, yeah.
But Joe currently showing us around. Brown McClue's picking up second. Green Pies has gone from 7th to 3rd in the opening 3 laps, so he will be pretty pleased, I'm sure, with the progress that he's made. He's definitely responded to what has not been an easy beginning to the race, and he's not on the best of strategies. He's still got to come in for a couple of stops, you would imagine. But just Jose, his championship rival, had a good start, started on pole position, came into the pits, made the most of the safety car period, and now just Jose is on that much more comfortable strategy where he can sort of just pick and choose what he does from here on in. But he has got a train of cars in front of him, so he's going to have to make his way through and get himself into clean air. DeWall says in the comments, George Russell leads the race. Absolutely. Great to see George Russell doing the business out front. Got a few comments coming in here on the YouTube comments section here. We got, let's just read them from the top here. So we got that Bozzy boy saying house. I imagine that's down to the music that was playing pre-race. It's absolute bangers that you hear here on the Motive Racing channel in the build up to the races. We always have the best music on. If you like what you see, then make sure you load up your Shazams and make a note of these songs that we play, because they are absolute bangers, as I say. We've got Maze Gamer saying Dan is out. He was out of qualifying, Maze, but he is in the race, currently running in 9th place at the moment, unorthodox, trying to make up for what was not the best of qualifying sessions. He set a time good enough for 10th before he crashed out of the qualifying session though. Sergey says, well, hello everybody, good luck for all the drivers. Good to have Sergey in the comments, one of our regular commentators on the GT3s, on Project Cars 2, and also races in a few of our series on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Did a great job on Wednesday night. It was Wednesday, yes. Yeah. Wednesday, you had a great battle with yourself, actually, Emo Guy, and he ended up finishing on the podium. Yeah. Quick driver, isn't he, Sergey?
Oh yeah, he really is. He throughout that night in the Genetas, he kept me on my toes. You know, I don't really feel that much pressure when it comes to having somebody behind me. It's more myself trying to keep myself at the same pace. But you know, and he really did keep me in that mentality of I need to keep on pushing harder. So you know, he's a really fast driver. He does really well.
Sergey, he's usually up there or thereabouts. He puts in the work and does the business. Safety cars in this lap. Yep. So we will have we'll be back under racing conditions in a few moments' time. We've got Miguel Grandon saying, "Hi guys, go just Jose," voicing his support for the leader at the moment. We've got Rakim in the comments, says he hopes that every contender sees a checkered flag. I also hope so, Rakim. Let's hope that Green Pies and just Jose have clean races tonight. Miguel, very happy to see just Jose at the top of the leaderboard. Rakim says, hope it's nothing serious, Andy. Wish you all the best. Yeah, it's nothing too bad, Rakim. Just feeling a little bit under the weather. Green. Yeah, here we go. Out of the last corner. Onto the start-finish straight now. Joram leading the way here. Half a second. This is gap to Brown McClue's. Coming up towards someone. Oh, is he going to go for the move? Oh, it's very, very close. Gives Brown McClue's a little bit of a tap there. That was a little bit, I'd say it was a little bit rude there from Green Pies. But Brown McClue's is down to 5th place. Penguin Dude and Keeg side by side. And Penguin Dude spun round into the barriers there. Has he lost his front wing? He's out of the race. Penguin Dude has completely binned it. And that is that there for him. Is that going to be a safety car? I think that's just about out of the way enough to avoid a safety car there.
We're still green, we're good.
Yeah, we're all good at the moment. Not even a VSC at the moment, but DJ Phil's driving a great race up into 5th place. He's having DJ Phil's wide though, coming through Degna 1, and that is GDB up into 5th place.
DJ Phil's out.
DJ Phil's out. No, did he hit the wall? He must have hit the wall after tagging the gravel there. Yeah. He's well off out into the barriers, and he's now out of the race. We're down to 14 drivers already.
What happened to Just Jose? He dropped a good few places there actually.
Yeah, because I know he pitted under the safety car. He was leading the race in the early stages. He's trying to make his way back through as he got damaged.
He dropped even more places.
We have got a safety car. Safety car is deployed. Safety car is deployed for the crashes for Penguin Dude and DJ Phil. Marshals can't clear them up both.
With that last safety car, he was running in 9th place. So he was. Actually, no. He was running ahead of Matt. So he was. And Matt's now up into 7th. Just Jose is all the way down in 11th.
Yeah, he is. Just Jose had a bit of a dodgy start. MeltedDazzer made really good progress since the safety car restart on that first sort of racing lap, I guess. Joram's coming into the pits from the race lead. He obviously wants to get take that opportunity, but Green Pie's taking his opportunity to lead this race, and with just Jose down in 11th place, these safety cars have helped him out a little bit. He's running on the soft tyres, so he does need to come in. Green Pies is definitely putting his neck on the line here, because he's staying out, keeping himself in the race. He's not opting to come in and pit and put some fresh tyres on. Is he banking on another safety car, or is he just going to hope that he can pull the gap when this current safety car period ends and have enough of a cushion to maybe challenge just Jose for the race win?
It's possible. We've seen stranger things happen under safety car conditions. So we have right now Green Pies' tires are 4 laps old. He's one of the him and Evans are the only 2 people that are on the soft tyre right now. The rest are all either on mediums or hard tyres right now. So right now he's gambling a lot right now that there will be another safety car. Yeah, it's very easy to go off the track and hit the barrier on the track, given how much space there is between the grass, gravel, and then the barrier. So there is. So right now he's putting on a massive gamble.
Yeah, absolutely it is, but he's currently going for it at the moment, and he wants that track position, doesn't he? He likes being out front. He's obviously got some clear air. This is his chance to make some space and really put just Jose under pressure. Just Jose, I think, also came into the pits during this safety car period. That's alright. That's just a can of Iron Brew there in the background that Ian was opening. What else would it be? But just Jose here is pretty much just closing up onto the back of the pack right about now, and he's running on the medium, so he's changed tyres. Presumably, presumably he's lining himself up for a soft stint at the end of this race.
He very well could. You know, we've still got over 20 laps to go. So those mediums, I don't think they'll carry them the whole way. Like you said, I think if we do not get any more safety cars and we are to stay under race conditions for the rest of this race, then I reckon he'll probably jump in at lap 20, 21 for a set of softs.
Yeah, I think possibly that will be the tonic for him. Is he's coming in again? What is just Jose up to here? Has he got a drive-through maybe? I'm wondering if he might have picked up a drive-through. No, it's not a drive-through, so he is coming in again. So what's he going to be changing on to? Another set of hards? Maybe he's trying to go to the end of the race. Though. No, you know what? I think he's listening to the stream. He knows Green Pies is out in front, and he's changing to the hard tyres so that he doesn't have to pit again. Because if you think about it, this safety car period is going to take us up to the end of lap 7 at least, or maybe lap 6. All you have to do is 21 racing laps on those hard tyres. I reckon that's doable for just Jose. And Green Pie's still got to come in for at least 1 more pit stop, maybe 2.
But I think something was up there. I think he had some kind of penalty because he was stopped for a good little while before his mechanics put their hands anywhere near those tyres.
Yeah, I think that he is definitely. Yeah, it came with still a penalty, but this is it's now presented another opportunity for him because he's now put a set of hards on, and he might be able to go the full distance here in this race. He doesn't need to, possibly he might need to come in again. So that's really played a blinder for just Jose here in this strategic battle. Green Pies though leads the way. He's coming into Spoon Curve now, and doesn't look like there's any signs of the safety car period ending at the moment. It looks like we're sticking with
we'll
this.
find on the back straight.
Yeah, we usually find out towards the tail end of the lap. Safety car lights flashing there in front of him. Green Pies has the lead. GDBO, another major benefactor in these safety cars, has made his way back through, has opted to keep it out on the track. Started on the hard tyres as well, so he's played a blinder also with the strategy. He is very much in the box seat here. He only has to make 1 more stop here, so he could really put Green Pies under pressure, but being on the hard tyres, it's not going to be easy for him to keep up. Unorthodox sat in 3rd, mediums for him. We'll be looking to put GDBO under immediate pressure and get up into P2. MeltedDazzer on the hards, looking to possibly go to the end of the race. You know what? MeltedDazzer, I reckon he could be a real dark horse for this race. He's currently sat in 4th. I think he's probably got the pace to win this race. On those hards, can go to the end. So I'm definitely going to be watching MeltedDazzer here as we are. Yep, safety car's coming in. So Green Pie's backing up the pack. We've heard in earlier races this season that Green Pie's can be a little bit aggressive when warming up his tyres under the safety car. So let's hope that he's not playing too much of a chicken game here with these guys. He can go any time from this pit.
Oh, he's backing them up fast.
Yeah, he is. He's being very, very sketchy indeed. But we're underway. We're racing once again here at Suzuka. Out of the last corner to start lap 7 of this race. Green Pie's GDPO, Unorthodox, MeltedDazzer, Gary, your top 5. Game for life there. Jaffa Cake, Festic, Geeks. Joe Ramos got past Brown McClue's up into 10th place there. Rednass Evans and just Jose at the back of the field. Still haven't made up any places here at the start of this race. But Green Pies has already got over a second of a gap here to GDPO. He's absolutely on it here. He knows this is his window, and we've done so many laps under the safety car. Those soft tyres have probably got a good 4 or 5 laps still left in them before they're going to be needing to come in for a stop. So at the moment, Green Pies is in his optimum window. He's just going to be making the most of this and banging in the lap times here. As we see GDPO really under pressure here from Unorthodox and MeltedDazzer, and Gary very, very close behind these guys as well, into towards the hairpin. Riding on board with Gary. Oh, Dan is looking into the inside there of GDPO, trying to get him on the exit of the corner. Doesn't look like he was able to do so, though. He's right up his chuff, though, here. GDPO leaves space on the inside. It looks like Unorthodox is going to make this move. Coming into Spoon. Has the inside line. Covers that one off, and that's beautifully done there from Dan. Covers that beautifully there from GDPO. GDPO gave him the space on the inside, and Unorthodox is up in position into 2nd place. MeltedDazzer has got... it looks like he's got that move done on GDPO coming down this long straight towards 130R. So that's a great job there from MeltedDazzer. Gary also waiting in the wings, waiting to pounce on this fight as well. But MeltedDazzer and Unorthodox both moving up positions there into the podium spots for those guys, as we see Gary almost running into the back of GDPO there. Was very late on the brakes coming into the chicane, but keeps it together for now. Game for life there, starting 6th.
Sorry to cut you off there, but can I just say that I really do miss the colours of that Renault. So I do not like the colours of the Alpine team. I do not at all.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the yellow.
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow looks way better than red and white, doesn't it? Red, white and blue. But it's the French
Americans.
flag. It's meant to be the French flag colours. That's what it is, I think.
Alpine. Yeah.
Alpine, whatever. Alpine.
I just prefer the entire aesthetic of the Renault.
Yeah, it does. It's much more. Yeah, as you say, aesthetically pleasing. But GDPO still holding off Gary and Game for Life. Is he? What's happened to Rednass?
Yeah.
Oh, he's crashed out of the
race.
Yeah, he's DNF'd there. Rednass is out at this one, so we're under a VSC once again here. Well,
not a full safety car,
cars. Yeah, not a full safety car, but a VSC nonetheless. So I wonder if it will be lasting long enough for anybody to come into the pits. I don't imagine it will. But Green Pies has pulled out a 5-second gap already here under a lap and a half of full green flag conditions. He has already pulled out quite a considerable cushion.
And we're green.
We're green once again. Unorthodox there, sat in 2nd, has got MeltedDazzer really pushing the back of him right now. Matt is on the harder tyres, so he has got more life in those, but he should have less grip than Dan, so he's really doing a good job here at sticking to the back of him and putting him under the pressure that he is, in towards the chicane. And Dan there kicking up a bit of a grass there, didn't get custom any time though, as they come out of the last corner now.
DRS is enabled.
Lap 9 of the race. DRS is enabled, yeah. Lap 3 since the safety car period ended. Over the line now, but MeltedDazzer still not able to get close enough to Unorthodox, I don't think, in the braking zone. The DRS not doing, it's not effective enough to claw back that 8/10 of a second gap that it was as they crossed over the DRS line. GDPO still sat in P4, dropping off the back of Unorthodox and MeltedDazzer a little bit. He's still got Gary putting him under a little bit of strain. There's Game for Life waiting in the wings in that Alfa Romeo. He's got Jaffa Cake a long way behind him in 7th, with Brown McClue's currently just behind Jaffa Cake, and Brown McClue's can go long into this race. He's obviously got those hards on. He can definitely push that.
Going from the one, Brown McClue's, he's really close to him now.
Yeah, Joe at the back of this trio, and he's really pushing. Just Jose's actually quite close onto the back of these as well now, and he'll be wanting to make as quick progress as he can, because he's got Green Pies at the front, currently driving off into the distance.
13 seconds.
Yeah, so he is. He's absolutely on it right now, as we can see here. Gary Jaffa Cake leading this pack of 4 cars.
Oh, hold on, javierranz just went past Brenner close there as he went wide.
Yeah, brilliant move there from Joram. It looks like just Jose also season on that as well. Brown McClue's losing 2 positions.
Safety car.
What has happened here? Is it who's crashed?
It's Fizz, the new guy, the 113 star Ferrari.
Ah, Festic's out of the race.
Yeah, it crashed at the hairpin.
Wow, everybody is crashing left, right and centre tonight. We're seeing so many drivers bending it here. I wouldn't have thought Suzuka was a place where you'd see too many crashes, to be fair. Last week at Sochi we were quite lucky with the crashes, and I was thinking if there were going to be crashes there'd be more at Sochi than Suzuka. But this time out we're seeing drivers spinning it left, right and centre. We're down to 12 runners from 16 on the grid to start off with, and MeltedDazzer inherits the lead of the race because it looks like Green Pies has come in to make his stop. He's got a set of hard tyres on. Look at this. Green Pies with the hards on can go to the end of this race. Just Jose down in 11th place. What tyres has he got on? He's got the mediums on. Wow.
I think this is going to be Green Pies' race here. I think he's played that to perfection. He came in first place, and a lot of people did come in. But he only came out in 4th.
If you think about it, the average safety car period is around 2 or 3 laps. So let's say that we're under safety car till the end of lap 12. If that were to be the case, then that would allow it would allow just Jose to do 15 laps on his mediums. He might be able to get those medium tyres to the end of the race. It would be a stretch, but possibly.
It's possible.
Yeah, if he's very kind to those tyres, if he nurses them all the way, then he might be able to get them to the checkered flag. But it's not going to be easy for him. He's definitely going to have to be very, very kind to those tyres, that is for sure. But we're on our 3rd safety car here tonight here for Motive Racing's Formula 1 League. Round 18 of the season here, the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. I want to say a big shout out to Pizza Killer if you're watching. One of my friends from school, I'd know you're watching on the live stream at the moment. He messaged me saying if I want to play F1, can't at the moment, mate. Sorry, got some commentating obligations. Yeah, but yeah, one of my friends from way back in the day. Good to have you messaging me there, mate. Yeah, if you are watching still, we'll definitely want to catch up, have a few races after this. We're currently, it looks like Brown McClue's pulled up onto the back of the pack, but I think it's a little bit too late in order for us to go green. So we are going to have one more lap on the safety car. Just Jose is going to have to do 16 laps on those mediums because we'll be end of lap 11 by the time we get going again. It is going to be a hell of a stretch there for just Jose to keep them intact all the way until the end of the race. But if anyone's up to it, I suppose just Jose's got to be a man who you would put your money on being able to pull that off. Evans in the pits, changing onto a set of hards. Is that, or is it mediums?
Hard. But I'm just I'm currently on Just Jose, and apparently his predicted next tyre compound is going to be the softs. If he does come in.
Yeah, the game doesn't reckon that he'd be able to make the mediums last 16 laps. I don't know. Possibly he might be up to it. It would definitely be quite a challenge for him, but he might be able to get them to last 16 laps. Thing is, that's not really the sort of the window that they're able to last. As it's not the window, sort of window you would expect them to last. But just Jose is a hell of a driver, so maybe he might just be able to eat that out of them. But nevertheless, see Evans there pulling back up onto the rear end of the pack. MeltedDazzer though in the Racing Point leads this race. Let's just pull up the telemetry here, check exactly what people have done on the tyres that they're currently got on. So it looks as though, hold on, here we go.
Just a quick thing to add is that the top all the top 3 have tyres that are 8 laps old. Gary and Game for Life are on the medium with 8 laps on those tyres, and Matt is on the hard with 8 laps on those tyres.
Matt is a man who we know is very, very good at looking after the tyres. I remember at Monaco, he managed to go 30 laps on a set of hard tyres.
Wow.
Yeah, Monaco is obviously quite hard on tyre wear, but it is actually a very short lap, so the two kind of cancel each other out. But Yeah, Matt's done 8 laps on them so far. He'd have to do 24 laps
Safety car
altogether.
in this lap.
Yeah, we were expecting that one, but
Yep.
he'd have to do 24 laps altogether on those hard tyres if he were to make it to the checkered flag. So it's doable, but
It's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, they would be falling off the cliff by the time we get to the end of the race, that is for sure. Gary's obviously got to come in again, as does Game for Life. Green Pies can go to the end on those hard tyres quite comfortably as well. So Green Pies, the man in the box seat, as we're green once again. Matahimovic puts his foot to the floor. He's already well clear of his teammate Gary 131. Game for Life there, sat in third. He's got Green Pies already going around the outside of him. Green Pies, he's up into third place. Great stuff there from him. Game for Life 4. Keegs there, running in P5 just behind these two. GDBO, Unorthodox, Joram, Jaffa Just Jose, your top 10. It looks like Jose was trying to go for a move there on Jaffa coming into turn 1, but it hasn't come off. Brown McCluse and Evans rounding out the field. But Matahimovic looks like he's trying to put some space here between himself and his teammate Gary. Obviously, Matahimovic is running on the less grippy but more durable hard tyres compared to his teammate Gary, so he should be able to pull away a little bit in this phase of the race. But Green Pies, your man to watch. He's got himself into third, and he can go to the end of this race. So he is currently in the box seat here for the race win. His rival for the race win, Just Jose, down in 10th place on the mediums, the faster tyre, but those mediums are going to be on a knife edge by the time we get to the end of the race, and I don't think he's going to be able to make them last until the end of lap 27. It would be an unbelievable feat if he does manage to do so. He still can't get past Jaffa Cake here. Just Jose trying to go around the outside of this long right-hander up towards Spoon, right on board with Jaffa Cake. It looks like Just Jose's made that move up into 9th place. Goes a little bit wide there, riding over the curb, but he's got it done pretty comfortably there, up into 9th place. Brown McCluse running just behind these in 11th place. Evans is already dropping off the back of the pack there in our final position.
Unorthodox just drove around the side of Keegs.
Oh, it looks like
Keegs anyway.
Keegs holding on for dear life there in that battle for 5th place. GDBO just behind these.
It was GDBO.
Oh, was it GDBO that he overtook around the outside? Fair dues. Missed that one on the stream, but Unorthodox apparently pulling off a great move there on GDBO. GDBO's done a couple of laps on those medium tyres. He's another guy who's on the same strategy as Just Jose. Maybe, just maybe, he might be able to eat the life out of those medium tyres and get them to the end. But those two are definitely going to be taking a big risk here in this race. But the man with the plan currently, Matahimovic. Gary in 2nd place. Green Pies has actually dropped off the racing points a little bit, and that surprises me because he's on fresher hard tyres, and you would think I suppose maybe he knows he's in a good position right now. He just wants to stay where he is because he knows these two need to come in again. Matahimovic has done 10 laps on those hard tyres. Gary's done 10 laps on those mediums, so Green Pies will be aware that these two need to come in once again. He just needs to stay where he is and make sure he's got that buffer back to Just Jose, who we assume will need to come in again, but we don't know. It could be not.
Yeah.
But Gary getting a big slide there on the curb. Got a little bit out of shape coming through Spoon. Clicks up the grass a little bit on the exit of the corner. Doesn't look like Green Pies is going to be close enough to make a move coming up towards 130 Yardo. He's not really in striking distance at the moment. Game for Life there, sat in 4th. Unorthodox has got ahead of Keegs up into 5th. He can now try and chase down Game for Life.
Just taking Joram.
Yeah, I think Dan just accidentally shifted down to 7th gear there. I just heard his revs absolutely sounding like they were about to sound like his gearbox was. Yeah, it sounded like his gearbox had failed for a second there. But Keegs running just behind Dan there in 6th. GDBO 7th at the moment. Joram looks like he's in fact Just Jose's driving on the outside there. GDBO up in 7th place. Nicely done there from Just Jose, starting to make progress here as he gets those medium tyres warmed up to temperature. He's currently just behind Unorthodox and Keegs at the moment, so Just Jose starting to bring himself back into this race. GDBO losing a position. Joram still really pressure in the back of GDBO in this battle for 8th place, and we can see there Just Jose looking all the back of Keegs. Oh, Just Jose getting a really big wiggle there as he came out of the S's, and Keegs holding on for 6th place for the time being there. But Just Jose is on a mission here in this race, and Keegs gets a little bit of a poor run coming out of Deckner too, and the Keegs there parks his car in the middle of the track. You saw a little bit of dirt there getting onto the camera lens from Just Jose's onboard footage there, but Keegs was a little bit aggressive, but I don't think there's going to be anything doing from the stewards. VSC here, what's this about?
Looks like a contact between Javcake and Evans.
Oh no, bit of a collision there between those two.
Yeah,
he's missing his front
Evans
wing.
is missing his front. Yeah, he's missing his front side plate.
Yeah,
and
his whole front wing's gone.
Yeah, Evans has a missing front left plate.
Yeah, so
Oh,
those two have had a
JaffeCake
bit of a
Athletic
ding
was
there.
retired completely from the session.
That's a real shame there for JaffeCake. He's obviously, he feels like this one's got away from him, and I don't know if he's going to join back to the session. Obviously, you can join back as long as the race is still in progress. Your AI takes over, and you can actually continue on. But for the time being, he's out of this race. MeltedDazzer leads at the moment, and he's staying out on the track under this VSC. Yeah, he's really pulled the gap to Green Pies. Green Pies has got ahead of Gary up into second. Gary currently running in third at the moment. Game for Life in fourth. Surprising that Gary and Game for Life didn't come in during that VSC there. That would have been a good opportunity for them to get off those medium tyres. Oh, as Gary goes straight on there over the S's onto the gravel. Game for Life up into third, and Dan's now all over the back of him, trying to make this move up into fourth place. And at the moment,
so they're still stuck behind Keegs.
Yeah, for the time being, he is. Keegs there, just a couple of seconds behind Unorthodox on the track right now. Just Jose really putting Keegs under pressure as they come into the hairpin. Keegs goes a little bit deep into the corner, gets away with it, doesn't miss the apex by too much. And Just Jose continuing to pile that pressure on in the slipstream. Got a bit of closing speed. Is he going to be close enough coming into Spoon, or is he going to have to live to fight another day? In the end, thinks better of that one. He will be wanting to make as quick progress as he can though, because he's got Green Pies well up the road already there in second spot behind MeltedDazzer. Now Just Jose gets a lovely run coming out onto this long back straight, but he's going to have to go around the long way here. Keegs defending the inside. I think Just Jose is going to put off a Fernando Alonso here and swoops around the outside of 130R and up into 6th place.
Very nicely done now. All he has to do is catch up to the back of Unorthodox, who was initially right on the back of Gary right now, so that's going to give him a lot of that's going to give him a lot of leeway in it and being able to catch up.
Yeah, for sure. But currently got a train of 5 cars here, and this is the fight for 3rd place. Looks like Game for Life not able to shake off Gary. Having made that move this time a lap ago, Gary went straight on the gravel, tripping through the S's, and at the moment he's not given up on a podium spot here. Dan, Just Jose, Keegs, GDBO, Joram all so close behind. And what's happened? MeltedDazzer has been into the wall. Oh no! MeltedDazzer, has he lost his front wing? He looks like he's made some heavy contact there with the barrier. He gets away with his front wing intact, but he's lost a lot of time in a lot of places there. He's done 13 laps on these hard tyres. Maybe he's got to consider coming in and putting the softs on for his next pit stop. If the safety car comes out again, then he will definitely, I'm sure, be one of the first drivers to come in. But this has given Green Pies the lead of this race, and on those relatively new hard tyres, we know he can go to the end. He's currently now, not only has he got the net race lead, he's out in front. He's got a clear track in front of him. Now this really puts the pressure on Just Jose, currently sat in 5th. He needs to make quick progress here through the pack, and he's currently made up 1 place there. Unorthodox up into 4th place. He's now on the back of Gary 131, coming through 130R. He's got that slipstream. He pulls out to the outside now, coming up towards the chicane. Is he going to be able to go around the outside? I think Gary just about fends him off. Can he? No, they're still side by side on the exit of the last corner. Gary calling over the grass, and Just Jose swoops around the outside and up into 3rd place. Wow. Really nicely done there from Just Jose. Was pretty brave there. He had a lot of drivers on his inside, and he just completely drove around the outside there. What a great bit of driving there from Just Jose. He's now into some clean air and can try and chase down Game for Life. But he's currently in a net 2nd place here in this race, with Game for Life needing to come in for another pit stop before we get to the end. But the question is, can Just Jose make these mediums last the distance? Yeah, Keegs is retired. Has he crashed out? Has he put it in the wall?
Yeah, this is...
Oh my goodness me. Is it going to be another safety car here? At the moment, it has not been deployed, so it looks like the marshals are going to try and clear that one up. But they've got Evans and JaffeCake coming around on the scene, so I don't know how they're expecting to do that. They're going to have to be a sleight of hand here from the Japanese marshals here at Suzuka. But
double yellow maybe?
Yeah, double wave yellow flags. Yeah, they are. Evans is coming through the scene. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of Keegs and see exactly where he put it in the wall. Don't think we're going to get a glimpse.
On the first right hander of the S's.
Yeah, it already been cleared. Wait, was it there? Was it still there?
No, it's gone now.
Oh, the car's gone. Fair enough. So Keegs out of this race. Unfortunate there for him. Got 2/3 of the way into the race, but could not make it the full distance here. Keegs, unfortunate there for the man in the Haas. His teammate Brown McClue's not having the best of races either. It's not been a great night for the Haas team. I've got to say, they really, it really
never has been.
No, it hasn't been a great season for them, to be fair. Brown Recluse has popped in the odd podium here and there, but yeah, definitely not been the ideal season that they would have envisaged when they went into this opening season for the Formula 1 here at Motive Racing. Lap 18 of 27 though. Green Pies has currently got the lead. He's done 7 laps on these hard tyres. He's currently got a clear track in front of him, except he's got a back marker just in front of him. And who is that? It is Jaffa Cake, the AI of Jaffa Cake, so he should be able to go through him.
Gary's out!
Oh my goodness, no way! Gary is now out of the race. Everybody's crashing him. Oh wow, everybody seems to be struggling through the S's tonight. Evans, we're going to try and watch, we're going to try and catch a glimpse of Gary's stricken racing point if we can. Let's ride on board with Evans and see as he comes round on the scene in towards turn 1. Obviously on Project Cars 2, that part of the track is a big mountain, isn't it? You've got like a big hill in front of you as you come towards the first corner.
The car's gone.
Yeah, he is. He's been removed there from the session. 10 drivers still out on the track at the moment. We started off with 16. We've lost 6 drivers here from this race. There's been casualties aplenty here. Green Pies though, completely oblivious to all that, leading the race and doing what he has to do. Just Jose though, now in second place. And he's not very far behind him, is he? Look at this here. He's only about 4 or 5 seconds behind Green Pies. What unbelievable driving this has been from Just Jose since the end of that safety car period, that last safety car period. Fastest lap of the race there from Just Jose, a 1:29.9, the first driver to go sub 1 minute 30. He is reeling him in, and Green Pies has a penalty as well. So it looks like Just Jose is going to be the favourite here for this race win. If he can get these tyres to the end, he's got to be the fancy here for this win.
Oh yeah, and plus, you know, he's within the window that the penalty window that Green Pies currently has stuck to him right now. So
yeah, absolutely, he has got to come in and he's got to. Oh yeah, he doesn't have to come in because it's as you say, it's stuck to his race time. So that will be added on once he gets to the end of his race. But yeah, he's definitely going to play havoc with Green Pies. I think Just Jose's, as you say, already in that window, so he will inherit that race win as it stands. Green Pies needs to pull something out of the bag, or hope that Just Jose's tyres hit the cliff at the end of the race.
Just want to go back on what you were saying about having so many people spin and cause accidents and stuff, and we may have thought a lot of 5 drivers crash out here tonight, but it's still not as many spins as what Mazepin would have.
Well, I think actually Mazepin's must be some of his brothers and sisters driving tonight or something, one would imagine, because well, there have been a lot of spins coming through the S's, but yeah, maybe not as bad as Mazepin for sure, but Just Jose, look at this,
I'll be back in 2
he's
seconds.
really close. No worries, mate. We've got Just Jose really closing up onto the back of Green Pies right now. You see the gap is under a second between these two. Green Pies' best hope for this race is that Just Jose has his tyres run out on him before we get to the end. He is running on 10 lap old medium tyres. He's going to have to go 17 laps altogether on those mediums. 15 of those were racing laps, 2 of them were under safety car. Oh no, Game for Life is out of the race. Game for Life's crashed out. I think coming through the S's, another driver has crashed through the S's. This is absolutely unbelievable. Everybody, absolutely everybody is binning it coming through the S's. Mata Himovic is coming up on the scene. Let's see if we can catch a glimpse of the stricken car there of Game for Life. Where is he? Let's see if we can see where exactly. No, I didn't see. Maybe you did on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, but I didn't catch where that car was. It must have been in the barriers somewhere on the exit of the S's, but Game for Life is out of this race. Had done 17 laps on those mediums at the time of his crash, so obviously the grip was running a little bit to quite a low point, and he's out of the race. He's obviously had a bit of a moment, lost it, and DNF'd from this one. Japanese Grand Prix currently got 9 drivers still left here for Motive Racing's Formula 1 League round 18 of the season. Green Pies still got the lead, but all of these it doesn't look like we had a safety car for that one. It was just a double wave yellows for Game for Life, so that's lucky there for Green Pies, because the more that Just Jose gets to save his tyres, the more it's going to play into his hands. But yeah, right now Green Pies looks like he's still got track position. Just Jose's pressuring him, but we know that Just Jose's medium tyres will most likely hit the cliff at some point before the end of the race. The War was saying in the comments earlier on he wants to see a good fight with Green Pies from Dan. Unfortunately, Dan hasn't been on the pace of the two leaders tonight, Green Pies and Just Jose. Lazy Camel, devastated to see Penguin do crashing out at the start. Rakim says, good commentating again, guys. Thank you very much, Rakim. Very kind. Chocolate Man says, wish I was racing. You've got this, Jeff. Looks like he's currently running up there at the moment. Chocolate Man. We've got Pure Motorsport MA, otherwise known as Maze Gamer, saying it's looking great for Matt. It was earlier, Maze. It's not at the moment. Green Pies and Just Jose once again got it between them, as we've seen so many times throughout the course of this season. Just Jose still not able to get the move done on Green Pies. Green Pies driving a very strong defensive race here. Just Jose will have DRS coming down the start finish. Is he going to be close enough to make it work? He's in that slipstream. Green Pies defends to the inside. Just Jose looking to the outside, coming up towards turn one. It's been to drive around the outside of him. Just Jose does that brilliantly there. He sweeps around the outside of turn one and is up into the lead of the race. But he's on very worn out medium tyres. He's done 12 laps on these medium tyres. A push, they last about 15 laps. And I believe that is even if you throw in a couple of safety cars. So we've had a couple of safety car laps. He's done about maybe 10 racing laps on those. They will be on a knife's edge at the end of this race. They're going to be falling off the cliff very, very soon. Green Pies on those harder, more durable tyres will easily be able to make it to the end. So he just needs to keep himself close to Just Jose and hope that Just Jose's tyres hit the cliff. But are they going to, though? That is the question. Just Jose, though, now with the ascendancy of this race. And as it stands, will take 7 points out of Green Pies' championship lead and cut that gap to 7 points. It was 14 going into this round. So Just Jose has now got it to do. He's got to pull out that gap and make sure he's got that buffer before his tyres hit the cliff, because we're pretty sure that they are going to be falling to pieces at the end of this race. 14 people currently watching the stream. Guys, hit a like on this video, subscribe to the Motive Racing channel if you like what you see. If you want to get involved in the action on track, then go to motiveracing.com, join our Discord server, get yourselves involved in some of the action. If you want to be commentating on the channel, then definitely fill in our commentator application form. If you want to join our staff team, if you want to be involved in any of the stuff that we do behind the scenes, or indeed on the race days, then make sure you come along and let us know, and we're more than happy to accept new members onto the team, or in terms of new drivers. If you want to join our leagues, then come along. Our new season for our sim leagues on Assetto Course Competizione and Project Cars 2 will be starting up once again at the end of May / start of June. It's sort of like 31st of May our season starts, so pretty much, yeah, end of May. But you got until bank holiday, basically, until bank holiday to figure out whether or not you want to race with us. But come along, see what we're about, guys, because we've got some great racing here. This type of thing that you usually see here on the Motive Racing channel. Just Jose's real Green Pies in, has made the move on him, has got the lead, but he's on very worn out medium tyres, and is he going to be able to get those to the end? He's currently pulling out the gap to Green Pies as it stands, but it will go wrong very, very quickly for Just Jose. It will all of a sudden completely fall apart for him with those medium tyres. But the question is that going to happen before we get to the end of the race? With just over 4 laps left to go at the moment, he's making it work. Looks like Dan pressure in the back of GDBO. This is the battle for 4th place. Also Brown McClue's giving Matahimovic something to worry about in this fight for 6th place. Brown McClue's getting a little bit of wheel spin there coming out at the hairpin. But Dan looks like he's very, very close to GDPO right now. Gap at the front between Just Jose and Green Pies currently 2.6 seconds. Just Jose looks like he's got the faster car at the moment, but for how much longer are those mediums going to hold on? GDPO running on the mediums, Unorthodox on the hard, so Unorthodox should have inferior grip, but he can make it to the end pretty comfortably here on these harder tyres. Down the pit straight we come to start lap 24 of this race. Dan's a little bit too far back to go from move. Had a little look to the inside of GDBO, trying to distract him in the mirrors, but GDBO's not having any of that. Holding firm and holding his position, not being phased by that Renault in his rearview mirrors at the moment. Martin, which has got a second back to Brown McClue's as they're coming up towards turn 1. Looks like he's actually made the move on him, and Martin, which now pulling away a little bit from Brown McClue's in this battle for 6th place. Evans running in 8th, 17 seconds off the back of these guys. Jaffa Cake, as we know, left the session. His AI currently driving him around in that Red Bull. So 8 drivers, 8 humans currently out on the track right now. Jaffa Cake, obviously it's his robot driving around, but Just Jose has got 3 seconds back to Green Pies. He's not extending the gap by as much as he was, but he is still faster than Green Pies. But now, I think at this point in the race, with 15 laps done on those medium tyres, now we're going to start to see Just Jose maybe dropping off the cliff a little bit now. Now we've got to remember that he did do 2 of those laps, 2 of those 14 laps under safety car, but I reckon it's going to be in a lap or two's time, those tyres are going to have next to no grip, and Green Pies running on a set of hard tyres which will comfortably make it to the end of the race will definitely have a bit of second wind in relation to Just Jose coming into these final 3 laps of the race. What is going to happen here? Is it going to be the championship leader Green Pies taking another win, or is it going to be Just Jose continuing to eat into that championship gap? 14 points separating these two coming into this round. It's going to be 7 points as it stands, but has Green Pies got a little bit left in the locker to come back at Just Jose in the final couple of laps here of this race. Joram running in the final podium spot, doing a fantastic job here tonight. Dan's still putting pressure on the back of GDBO, and looks like Bramwell and Martinovic side by side into turn 1. Has Martinovic held on? I think he has. He's just kept it ahead of Bramwell coming through the first couple of corners into turn 3. Martinovic still maintaining 6th place, but a great little battle from those two. These two putting on a show for 6th place. Just Jose's gap to Green Pies still 4 seconds, and GDBO's managed to pull out a bit of a gap to Unorthodox in the last few corners there. Martinovic though hanging on dearly here for this 6th place. How much more is he going to be able to hold on here from Brown McClues? Brown McClues is really bringing it to him at the moment, as Just Jose leads by 4.4 seconds coming into 130R for the 25th time here in this race. We've got 2 laps left to go. He's managed to pull out a bit more to Green Pies on this lap. His tyres still hanging in there. How much longer is he going to be able to keep his medium tyres going? This is an unbelievable drive here from Just Jose. He's been charging through the pack. It's not like he's been looking after the tyres or taking it easy. He's had to come through. He came from 9th on the last safety car restart, and he's made his way back through. He's overtaken Green Pies. He's pulled out the gap, but now those tyres are starting to go off a little bit. Ian, Just Jose's got 2 laps left to go. The medium tyres are starting to just wear off a little bit now. Green Pies running 4 seconds behind him on the road. But are they going to hang on long enough to make it to the checkered flag? I think he might be okay, but it's going to be nip and tuck.
Have you seen the fastest lap set by the top 3 so far?
Who's done the fastest lap?
Well, Just Jose has got 129.7, Green Pies has a 130.7, and Joram has a 130.7.
Oh my goodness, they're all pretty much just
identical.
Yeah, wow. That is incredibly close there from those guys. It just goes to show how evenly matched these top 3 are. They've been doing absolutely brilliantly tonight. Just Jose though, he's got 4 seconds of a lead here over Green Pies. Green Pies has gained about 0.3 of a second on this lap. He's starting to come back at him with Just Jose's mediums dropping off the cliff. Now this is the question. Just Jose's gone past his official window where those medium tyres are supposed to work. They're not supposed to last more than about 14 or 15 laps. He's done 16 laps on these. He's going on to his 17th lap in this final stint of the race, onto the final lap of the race. 3.2 the gap. Just Jose has taken these hard tyres long beyond where they're supposed to go, and Green Pies has done the fastest lap of the race, and it's now coming back at him. Green Pies picking up that second win there on the hard tyres. They last a hell of a long time, and Just Jose is now going to have to hope and pray that he can get these until the end of the race. Final lap. What is going to happen here? He's pulled out a bit of a gap to Green Pies coming through this first sector, but he's all over the grass there coming through the S's, and he's got a 3-second penalty. Ian, what's the penalty situation? What's the penalty situation?
Penalty situation, 3 seconds apiece.
Oh my goodness me, Just Jose on extremely worn out medium tyres. Those have got nothing left. You can see the tyre wear on those. He's pretty much going to have to nurse these round. The final half a lap puts a lap there on Jaffa Cake. Green Pies will be coming up to Jaffa Cake in a moment's time. But Just Jose has driven a superb race here tonight. It hasn't been easy for him. The safety cars all came out at the wrong time for him. He's had to come into the pits 4 times throughout the course of this race. Was on pole, led the early laps. Green Pies managed to get quite fortuitous actually with the safety cars. Ended up in the lead of the race. Just Jose had to reel him in. Come from 9th in the last safety car restart, up into the lead. He's pulled out the gap, and he's going to come into the chicane here. Just Jose is going to take his 10th win of the season here, and he's going to close the gap at the top of the championship down to 7 points. What a brilliant victory here from Just Jose here at Suzuka. Fastest lap on 18 lap old medium tyres. Those weren't wearing off. He was playing games. My goodness, look at that. Green Pies comes over to take a second place. What a win from Just Jose though. Green Pies in second place. Joram completes the podium. Big shout out to Joram there. He was the only one who kept those two in sight throughout the course of this race. Really, really well done to him. GDBO comes over the line to finish in 4th place ahead of Unorthodox in 5th. Couldn't get him in the end, could Dan. Matahimovic is going to hold on ahead of Brown McCluse for 6th place. A good result there for Matt. Brown McCluse comes over in 7th. Evans coming up towards 130 now, and it's going to be an 8th place here in the Ferrari for Evans. A nice job there from him, bringing it home, sticking with it, not giving up, and he's going to get 4 points for his troubles as well. So hats off there to you, Evans. Jaffa Cake's AI is making his way around the cooldown lap, but Evans crosses the line to complete the race, and that is that then for the Japanese Grand Prix. What a phenomenal win there from Just Jose. It didn't really go his way a lot of the time. He must have been feeling like this race was going to get away from him, but he just kept plugging away, kept pushing, never gave up, and he's going to reap the benefits. He brings home the race win as a result. Green Pies in 2nd, Joram completing the podium. Ian, I've got to ask you the $1 million question. Who's your driver of the day tonight?
I'm going to have to go for Just Jose. You know, he came from off the back of the field multiple times, and he's just completely went and taken it. And now, especially with how he was able to go that far on those tyres. Yeah,
I know. I've got to give it to Joram because I believe it's his first podium. I'm not sure. I may be wrong there. I am often wrong, but I think it's his first podium here for the Motive Racing's Formula 1 League. So really well done there to Joram for putting that Williams in a position where you never see it in real life, but obviously on the Formula 1 game it's a different story. Just Jose, Green Pies, the 2 championship contenders, putting on a hell of a show once again. Matahimovic finishing in 6th, possibly playing himself out of contention for the championship. He was a long way behind as it was. He'll now be 60 odd points behind. We've still got 4 races left, but time is running out for Matahimovic. Just Jose, Green Pies, still going to take this down to the wire. Just Jose though, the gap at the top of the championship now down at 6 points. Join us next week for round 19 of the Formula 1 season here at Motive Racing. Next Friday, 6:45 PM BST. The usual, you all know the drill by now, guys. It's going to go down to the wire, this one, that is for sure. Green Pies and Just Jose continue their fantastic, captivating championship battle next week at Austin, Texas, USA. So join us next time, guys. We will see you in the next one.
Peace.